demand for a separate state, called the Frontier Nagaland, has drawn much significant attention, not only from the Government of India, but also from the observers of Naga politics and insurgencies. The Frontier Nagaland comprises of 7 Naga tribes, inhabiting the 6 districts of Eastern Nagaland. The demand is spearheaded by the Eastern Naga People's Organization (ENPO), which was formed in 1997 after the Eastern Nagas walkout of Naga Ho Ho. Though the demand for Frontier Nagaland has started getting its momentum recently, ENPO's demand for the Frontier Nagaland dates back to 2010, with public rallies and meetings have been on for even longer. The ENPO, on August 26, 2022, adopted a resolution of not to take part in any election process of the central and state, until and unless a separate statehood, Frontier Nagaland, is granted by the Government of India, as demanded by the people of Eastern Nagaland, under the aegis of ENPO. Statehood for the people of Eastern Nagaland copy had also been endorsed to all concerned, including NSCN-IM, Chief Negotiator, and NNPG's Working Committee Convener, for kind information and necessary action. The Eastern Nagaland People's Organization (ENPO) has declared not to participate in the ensuing state assembly election. Subsequent to ENPO resolution, all 7 apex tribal bodies of Eastern Nagaland also issued strong warning against any person, from their respective community, to not file nominations for the forthcoming election. Anyone filing nomination from their respective tribe would be expelled, or excommunicated, while the village of those filing nominations would also be held responsible. However, ENLU adopted the resolution at its emergency meeting held on January 22, 2023. The 20 sitting legislators decided to contest the polls. The ENLU resolution is desecration to ENPO, which is considered to be the apex body of the 7 tribes of Eastern Nagaland, and also transgression to all 7 apex tribal bodies of Eastern Nagaland. In this connection, we the United Nagas would like to appeal ENLU to study the historical background of Eastern Nagaland, and apprehend these few facts, that why your peoples are willing to go back to their original stand. Before the Britishers came to Naga country, there was no nomenclature, in the like of NEFA, or NHTA etc., but the people who were living in the present area of ENPO were known as Free Nagas. After the British regime came down to Naga country, and with the advent of Christianity within the Naga inhabited area, through the Americans, the Naga head hunting system was almost controlled, and the majority of Nagas accepted Christianity. After that only, communication among the Nagas slowly started, thus bringing the Nagas under one fold. After communicating among the different sections, the Nagas finally saw themselves that they were also no less than a country, as others in the world, and then started their demand for independence, through 1951 plebiscite, based on 9 points memorandum of 1929 submitted to the British Indian government by the Naga Club. whose nomenclature later changed to NNC. Through the demand of Naga independence, the people living in the present ENPO area joined the rest of the Nagas, and named the Naga inhabited areas as Nagaland, in place of NHTA. Since Nagas became one, the nomenclature of Nagaland became very popular in the eye of the world. The people of Nefa came with a hope on the Nagas living in Naga hill areas, and joined the Nagas, and equally sacrificed a lot for the Naga nation, in order to achieve the Naga common goal, for the past more than 6 decades. The people of Nagaland called ourselves as Christian. But we have lost our oneness as before, and divided ourselves into many factions, overground or underground, thereby killing one another, and the possibilities of getting independence was completely jeopardized. At present, there is no hope to find unity among Nagas. Taking regards to the present ENPO issue. Since after the formation of Nagaland state, all the ministers from both eastern and western regions has miserably failed to address eastern peoples. Instead, they have been unreceptive, thus showing their immature leadership to the people of the Nagaland, as well as the country. Leaders are elected by the people as their representative to fight for them, with much hope and aspirations, but they fought for their own benefits. They cried for vote during election. But after winning election, they forgot their own people. Dear elected members, as you cried for vote during election, same as your people are dying in starvation. You are here because of your people. You cannot decide on your own as an individual. Let your people decide what to do, and what to not. Notably, the leading cause of a separate state demand is said to be the lack of socio-economic development in the area. Lack of schools, good roads, electricity, proper supply of water, hospitals, to list a few, are said to be the main points of interest in the argument for a separate state. Moreover, the ENPO argues that they feel like their fundamental rights of equality with the advanced Nagas have been denied. The demand for a separate state of frontier Nagaland will not perturb the NSCN-IM agenda of integration of Naga inhabited areas, as frontier Nagaland may remain as a federal unit of Nagaland. The demand for a separate state will not affect the peace process of the Government of India with the Naga insurgents, as long as frontier Nagaland remains a state of India. The Naga people, who are living in ENPO area at present, have totally lost faith on the rest of the Nagas. Therefore, they have started their demand for a separate state, to go back to their original stand, for a peaceful living, which cannot be denied.